So in my last video, we got the dirt bike all torn down to the frame. We still got the engine on the stand and all the parts in the tote. In this video, I'm hoping to get all the parts in the tote clean, drop off parts at the powder coater, and drop the frame off at the vapor blaster. I'm not going to touch the engine today, but that's going to be the next video. I'm going to go through the engine and replace everything that needs replaced in there. And I'm going to start off by going over here and start scrubbing the frame and get all the grease off it for the vapor blaster. So if you guys look deep in the frame, it's just kind of dark and oxidized. I'm sure you could go ahead and scrub it with Scotch-Brite and like aluminum cleaner, but I just really didn't feel like putting all that labor in, and for the price I got to vapor blast, I'm just going to drop it off with the vapor blaster, and at the end of the day it's going to be a better job, so I opted to go that route. But you could sit there and scrub it with some degreaser and aluminum cleaner and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning this down just a little bit so it's not all greasy when the vapor blaster gets it. So I'm most likely going to be powder coating the Swingarm black, so I'm going to get it all prepped up, ready for powder coat. I'm going to take out these bearings, take off the graphics right here, and if you look closely on the Swingarm, you have all these little dents right here. That's because in flat track you are right next to a bike the whole time, so it's kind of inevitable that you get these marks. So I'm going to try to take like a wheel on them on a grinder and try to grind these off a little bit just to make it smooth, so that when it's powder coated you don't see all these bumps right here, and at least makes it blend in really well. So I've been testing out a few of my grinding wheels to take out the scuffs and dents on the Swingarm, and the best one that I have is this like paint stripping attachment. I think I got it from Lowe's a while back, but it's doing really good at like blending the scratches into the aluminum without taking too much off. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this and just kind of blend these scratches in and kind of make them not noticeable before the powder coating. So I got all the bearings pressed out, and I took that drill attachment and got a lot of these big dents and scratches kind of blended in. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I know it's taken off the anodizing, but they're going to sandblast it before they powder coat it, so it shouldn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and take some Simple Green and some paper towels and just clean the grease off this just to help them out with the prep process.
There you go.
Oh, it looks so good. Did it come out good? Was any?
Yeah. Stuff like that off because it's soft, so it just bounces off.
It looks brand. I like how it does it because it makes it look like a factory finish. Like it really looks like it's brand.
You know, and
so here's a closer look at the frame after I got it back from vapor blasting. Honestly, it came out really good. It looks just as good as factory, if not better. And if you see in all these nooks and crannies, it's nice and clean and shiny. And the part I was like mostly concerned about was these lower, I guess, stanchions over here. I don't know what to call them, in the front of the frame. Before, these were like stained brown, and all the staining came out and everything. So I can't wait to put this together. I still have to clean a few parts and get some back from powder coating, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. So I got the linkages and the master cylinder caliper and the caliper holder. I got those all vapor blasted. After cleaning them in the tank, I just wasn't really pleased with how they came out, so I just went ahead and got those vapor blasted, and I got all the parts clean, and the frame is still over here in its bucket with all the other parts that are ready to go on. And I got these parts back from powder coating. I got the spring done in a candy red, and I got a bunch of little miscellaneous parts down there done in black, and the swing arm and subframe done in black. So I basically got everything ready to go. I'm gonna get the exhaust over here. If you guys see up close, the pipe is kind of
like rusty and just kind of not pretty looking. It's got a few dents, which I'm not too concerned about. I mostly just want it to look silver again and not rusty. And on the inside, the packing is all wore out and the mount on the back broke off. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld that on. I ordered new packing and end cap, and I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the pipe and get it all silver again. So the Scotch-Brite and wheel cleaner was doing a good job, but it was just kind of time consuming. It's almost like this pipe has a coating on it, which it probably does, kind of just like a paint or ceramic coating. I don't have any paint strippers, so the best thing I found to get it off was just this wire brush on this wheel. It's doing pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and keep going with the wire brush to take off all this corrosion, and then hopefully get a torch and torch the welds and make it look all nice. So before I start torching, I have the pipe covered in WD-40, and that's going to affect the way the torch works. So I'm going to go ahead and get a brake cleaner and clean off this WD-40, and then I'll get the torch going and show you guys what I do. So before you just go for it and start heating up the metal to turn it blue, you're going to want to heat up the whole area all at once that you're going to turn blue. That way, as it turns blue, it kind of goes as a uniform direction, because if you kind of sit in one spot, you're going to get a like wavy, inconsistent finish. Basically, you just want to follow the torch along the weld, and when the weld starts turning a dark brown color, and then you can start kind of taking your time and getting it blue, and the blue will follow the torch, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So now that the weld is all one consistent brown color, you want to take your time and just follow the color as it turns blue. So last thing I have to do to this exhaust is weld this tab on here. I already got it all prepped and tacked on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the welder and just make a bead around this. Okay, so I just finished welding that tab on. The welds aren't perfect, but they weren't perfect before. I think someone welded this before me that didn't do a great job. So I did the best I could, but I think that'll hold. And I got the welds all colored. They're all blue. So the pipe's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and call it for this video. And I got all the parts back from vapor blasting and powder coating. So the last thing we're waiting on is the engine, which in the next video, I'm gonna clean the engine and get the parts installed on it, get that ready to be put in. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean my garage. And if you guys like this video, go and give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.